We may have just watched one of the most dominant La Liga displays in a very, very long time. Barcelona 6, Valencia nil, and I've been waiting for a performance like this since pretty much the last time it happened, which is probably before the summer. I am so happy. We are back. We are so back. And for those of you who are wondering why I put Fermin Lopez, or considering to put Fermin Lopez in the untouchable section of my Barca tier list that day, this is the game why. Today he was absolutely unbelievable. He was so good today. Man of the match, 2 goals. I mean, it's just so well deserved. A 9.2 rating. And let's break it down. Let's get into this because this was vintage Hansi Flick football. From the beginning of the game right to the very end. I mean, we could see by the stats in itself, we didn't let Valencia sniff a chance today. I think they only had their first shot on target. They only had 1 shot on target all game. And it happened in like the 70th minute, I'm pretty sure, from what I was watching. I know the scoreline says 6-0, but if you guys really watched the game, it well and truly could have been like 8 or 9. I mean, Ferran in himself could have had like a hat-trick today. Walks away with a lovely assist. And yeah, let's talk about, who impressed me the most. So for those of you who don't know, Raphinha was benched today because he came late to training. And Flick, in Flick fashion, doesn't mess around. He saw that, he's like, hit the bench, bro. He's like, you're the captain, hit the bench, bro. It doesn't matter. And honestly, I respect that so much because the way Raphinha came on in that second half and did what he did, fairs, man. Fairs, you can't complain. I can't complain. If he's going to play like that every single time he comes on, bro, just bench him every game at that point because he looked electric when he came on off the bench in that second half. So Rooney started over him. And honestly, I thought it was a bit harsh to take him off after the first half. I mean, we were only 1-0 up at the time. So in terms of like urgency, I can understand why Flick wanted to put on Raphinha. But honestly, it was nice to see Rooney start. He didn't really do too much. I mean, it was just literally his first game, probably his first proper minutes in La Liga. But I'm interested to see how Flick's going to kind of incorporate his skill set and his talent into this team because our attack, and just by looking at the way we played today in the final third, it looks so competitive. So competitive. I mean, the players that came on in that second half, Lewa came on, back to Olmo, grabbed an assist. I mean, I can't complain. This was a stellar performance. The back line didn't let Valencia sniff a chance. Completely composed at the back. Didn't do anything wrong in my opinion. In a perfect world, this is the type of performance we need to see every single game for the rest of the season. But unfortunately, that's not how football works. But every time this type of game comes around, it is so refreshing to see how dominant we are, how easily we can nullify the opponent just like that. And it just showcases the talent that we have. I also do think Valencia being very poor today played a big part in that too. They were really bad today. Literally showed no desire, no structure, but that's honestly simply because they just couldn't touch the ball. I mean, the facts say it all. They only had the ball for 28% of the game. It says a lot because we controlled the game. We played to our strengths back at home. Big win of the season after playing 3 games away. It's what we needed. And in terms of goal difference as well, when you look at the table, this will matter. The fact that we're already on plus 10 after 4 games is really important because when it comes around the December, January time, when fixtures start to get a lot more difficult with the added games in the cup competitions, etc., goal difference will matter a lot, especially when it comes to head-to-head as well. And if we're going to go in and talk about the players, Ferran could have easily walked away from today's game with a hat-trick. I am so shocked on how he didn't bag at least 1 goal today with the chances he had in front of goal. I mean, one of them I think I could have scored. He was in front of goal, decided to chip the keeper when he could have just slotted it past him. I thought Rashford is good today, to be honest. I know a lot of eyes are going to be on him. The media is going to be talking about him a lot. But something I really liked about Rashford in this game was how direct he was, the effort, the energy. He never kind of missed an opportunity to be a threat to that Valencia defense. The one thing I will say is that he did look lost at times. His decision making, sometimes the pass was overhit. Where I think, honestly, when he's running inside in front of goal, when he has Fermin on the left to kind of play it off to, which he did many times, in that case, I would just smack it. Just hit it. He only had 2 shots today where you could have easily had 4 or 5. And I think that Rashford's ball striking ability is really good. And I think it could have done a lot more damage today than it did. It's a learning curve for him in the end. I think that his assist was really good to Raphinha, who's always lurking at that back post. Pedri and Casado today were just, flawless, to be honest. So good. It was so good to see Bernal as well come in after an ACL injury, and within 4 or 5 minutes he grabs an assist to Lewa. And I want to talk about Lewa for a second because it's been a couple games now where he started off the bench, and I'm not too sure at this point now if it's because he's not fully fit or if Flick generally just prefers playing Ferran over Lewa in these types of games. I do expect Lewa to integrate himself back into the 11 if he can kind of stay fit and in this goal-scoring form, because the way he came on and his energy was there, and him being one of the biggest box threats in the world should never be looked past on. But for him to come back in and bag 2 in the way he did, I feel like Lewa can reach that form again. I have a feeling he can. And it's just more so if he can stay fit and consistent. I know Valencia were bad today. After like the 70th minute, they weren't really, they kind of lost all their confidence because of how dominant Barca were today. But if Lewa can come back in and kind of provide what he did off the bench, similar to how Ferran did last season, I think we're set to have 2 strikers kind of battling it out for goals this season, which I can't complain because there's never a problem with having too much quality on and off the bench. And now let's just take a moment to acknowledge Fermin Lopez. Let's take a moment to admire what he did today. 22 years of age, minutes played 90, goals 2, 1 on the right, 1 on the left. This guy could just do it all, man. Fermin Lopez could actually just do it all, man. Man of the match today, and rightly deserved so. I think Dani Olmo is in trouble for that number 10 position. Technical ability, tenaciousness, driving, running the midfield with Pedri and Casado. This guy today showed he can compete at the highest level. And he has been. This is nothing new. We've seen this version of Fermin Lopez many times last season. And I really hope this season we can see a more consistent version of that too. And I think if Fermin can keep up these consistent performances, that number 10 spot, lock it up. It's for him. Lock it up. Newcastle, Thursday. If he's playing, watch out, yeah? I'm telling you from now, watch out if Fermin plays on Thursday against Newcastle. This guy could do some damage. This was a game that was needed in terms of confidence as well. Rashford needed the confidence. I'm glad he started and glad he got an assist. Fermin again walks away with 2 goals. Olmo comes on, grabs an assist. It's a good indication to show that we haven't lost our quality last season. We absolutely have not lost our quality last season. It's more so now, let's just keep it consistent. Let's look at the games. We have Getafe next. We have Newcastle next. We have Madrid in a couple weeks. We have important Champions League. We have PSG in a couple weeks too. Let's just stick to the plan and be consistent. But yeah, I'm going to be excited for this Newcastle game because it's the first game of the Champions League. We really need to impose ourselves correctly and strong in this campaign. I know we didn't do it so well last season in terms of our first game against Monaco. This time we have to set the mark off right because it's going to be so important. Hopefully Lamin's fit, even though today we didn't really need it, and I'm glad. It kind of showed now in these types of games we don't have that reliance on Lamine Yamal because we have so much attacking quality. So let's hope we don't stay flat-footed. Let's hope we continue our dominant display of form. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the review, guys. Thought I'd keep it very short, simple, and sweet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Should Rashford start against Newcastle? Should Casado start? I don't know if De Jong is fully fit. Should we keep the same back line? Let me know your comments below. And like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.